Dawn's son threatened a poor single mom selling apples. Seconds later, the Hells Angels. On a dusty roadside, a single mom named Maria stood in the scorching heat, selling apples to feed her little boy. She had no one, her husband gone, her home barely standing. But what happened that afternoon would change her life forever. When a convoy of expensive cars screeched to a halt, a rich young man, the Dawn's son, stepped out, mocking her humble stall. He crushed her apples under his boots, laughed, and called her trash. Her son cried, clinging to her leg, begging him to stop. But when Maria whispered, "Please, sir, this is all we have," he slapped her basket away. And that's when a distant rumble echoed, the growl of Harley engines. Within seconds, the ground shook as the Hells Angels arrived. No one knew why they stopped there, but what they did next made the Dawn's son regret every word. Maria had been selling apples since sunrise. Her small stall, just a wooden crate under a faded umbrella, stood near the edge of Route 19. The road bikers often used. Her son, Tommy, only 6, helped her polish the apples with his tiny hands. Humming softly, every car that passed without stopping felt like another rejection. But Maria didn't complain. Life had been cruel enough. Her husband died in a construction accident, leaving her with debts and a promise to never stop fighting. As the afternoon sun blazed, a line of luxury SUVs roared in from the distance. They stopped right by her stall. From the lead car stepped out Rico Marino, the Dawn's only son, arrogant, entitled, and feared. His friends laughed as he eyed Maria's apples. "Selling this garbage?" Rico sneered, picking one up and tossing it aside. "How much for the whole box?" $20, sir, Maria said softly, clutching her apron. Rico grinned. 20, I'll give you nothing. Consider this road my father's property. Before she could reply, he kicked over the crate, scattering apples across the dirt. Tommy cried, running to pick them up, but Rico's friends blocked him. "Stay out of this, kid, please," Maria begged. "We just need to eat tonight." Rico leaned closer. "Then find a new job. Begging doesn't suit you." He turned to leave, laughing. But just then, a low rumble grew louder, a sound Maria had heard before. Harley engines. A dozen of them. Rico paused, looking back, frowning as black leather and chrome filled the road. The Hells Angels. The roar grew deafening as the bikers parked in a tight formation. Dust swirled. The leader, Jax Hunter, took off his helmet, tall, scarred, and cold-eyed. He noticed the crushed apples, the crying boy, and the fear in Maria's trembling hands. "What's going on here?" he asked, voice low but dangerous. Rico tried to hide his unease. "None of your business, old man. Move along." The angels didn't budge. One of them picked up a bruised apple, examined it, and muttered, "Someone stepped on this." Jax's gaze shifted to Maria. "He did this?" She hesitated, afraid to speak. But Tommy pointed at Rico, his voice shaking. "He hurt my mom." Jax's jaw tightened. He walked up to Rico until their faces were inches apart. "You think it's funny threatening women?" Rico scoffed. "Do you know who I am?" "Yeah," Jax said. "And you're about to learn who we are." Within seconds, the angels surrounded Rico's men. Engines revved like growling beasts. Rico's guards reached for their weapons, but Jax raised a hand. "No one touches a woman here. Not while we ride this road," Maria whispered. "Please, don't fight." Jax turned to her, his tone softening. "Ma'am, you've got nothing to fear. We don't start trouble, we finish it." Then he faced Rico again. "You're gonna pay her. Every dollar you've got on you. Right now." Rico tried to laugh, but one look at the biker's cold stares made him stop. He pulled out a wad of cash and dropped it at Maria's feet. "They're happy now?" Jax smirked. "Not yet. Apologize to the lady." The Dawn's son hesitated, but the ring of motorcycles behind him made his voice crack. "I'm sorry." Rico's convoy sped off, engines whining like scared dogs. The Hells Angels stayed back. Maria bent to gather the apples, her hands shaking. Jax knelt beside her, helping pick them up. "You didn't have to do that," she whispered. "Yeah, we did," Jax replied. "Nobody disrespects family, even if it's not their own." He handed Tommy a shiny apple and ruffled his hair. "Keep your head high, kid. You got more courage than most men I know." Maria's eyes welled up. "How can I thank you?" "By not giving up," Jax said simply. Then, to everyone's surprise, he ordered his crew to rebuild her stall, stronger, bigger. Within minutes, they used spare wood and metal to make a proper stand. One biker painted a small sign, "Maria's Orchard, protected by the angels." By sunset, cars began stopping. People bought apples, whispering about the woman protected by the bikers. Maria's basket filled with cash for the first time in years. From a distance, Jax watched quietly, his expression unreadable. When Maria waved, he nodded once before starting his engine. As the angels rode away, Tommy shouted, "Thank you, sir." The leader turned back, grinning. "No thanks needed, kid. Just remember, good people always got someone watching over them." That night, Maria looked up at the stars, clutching the money and her son. For the first time in forever, she felt safe. And somewhere on the open highway, the roar of the angels echoed, a promise that justice still rode onto wheels. If this story moved your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more powerful tales of courage, justice, and redemption. Because sometimes the most unexpected heroes ride in leather and thunder.